Is this on?
Yeah, whenever you're ready.
I'm ready.
So why are you leaving?
I have stayed in Edinburgh my entire life. This home where I'm standing right now, I've lived in for 17 years. Me and Kirsty have made a lot of memories staying here, but it's time to say goodbye. Before I say goodbye, I'm going to give you a wee tour on where I stayed and why am I leaving Edinburgh. Why am I leaving? I'm going to share everything with you guys and explain, but first I'm going to share my house where I've lived for the past 17 years. Come on. For 17 years, this has been my bedroom. It's completely empty just now, apart from junk that I don't want. A carpet, which I paid for. You can see the difference here. That's where the bed was. That's where I was walking. I had this carpet for 3 years. The cupboard, which stored all my clothes. I've even got a picture that I'm leaving behind of Paris. I don't need that anymore. And the view outside, looking onto the lane, which I've had for many, many years, and I will take you outside. But this has been mine and Kirsty's bedroom for many years. That's where the TV went, on the wall here. I'm going to miss this place. All these walls are fake. I had to get these put in because of mould, because Wheatley Homes wouldn't deal with the issue in the brick. So the next best thing was to put up false walls. Let me show you the living room. So this is the living room. Broadband TV was here. I used this for about 2 years before I had the TV taken off the wall. But it's quite a spacious living room. I've had a lot of memories here. Looking outside, TV, the couch here. There's a lot of stuff that I'm leaving behind, including my CCTV, which I don't actually need. But why did I have CCTV in the first place? My kitchen, since I moved in, it's looked like this. It's never changed. TV, my freezer was here. There's my cooker. My cupboards are empty. Nothing has been left. Everything is gone. Do I have running water? I do. Still got water. And outside to the front, I called this the front area. Heating's off. So this was the kitchen. The bathroom was quite small. There's the bathroom. I'm going to miss this bathroom. Oh look, a hat. I've left a hat, my Spider-Man hat. I was wondering where that was. Just a plain old bathroom, nothing special. The shower was good, the bath was good. I'm leaving that. I'm actually leaving the cooker and the blinds because I got the blinds put in, but they can have them. I don't need them anymore. I've had the blinds for a long, long time. Dartboard, I nearly forgot about the dartboard. So I used to play darts. I still do play darts. And technically I should actually take this off the wall and take it. So yeah, the dartboard is going to have to come with me. I forgot all about this, to be fair. But that'll go to the new property. Now, let's go outside. So this is my back garden that I have done many videos in the past. I love this back garden. It's been my home for a long time. But you can see a tree here. If you take that tree away, you've got castle views, and I will show you the castle. That's my shed. Let's go down. Don't worry about that. I've left a mess. I had to empty my plant potter. This is where my barbecue was. That's my shed. Now empty, but I kept it locked. Some things I don't need anymore. And then a lock to the front garden. Now, when my bike got stolen, I put these up, but then I stopped. I put up the cameras instead, so up here, 2 cameras there, one at the front, one at the back, captures the whole area. Now, the cameras were installed when my bike got stolen, which I will explain a wee bit more to why I put them in. A couple of locks on that gate. Technically, this is not my home anymore. But if I'm going to miss one thing about this place, it's going to be this garden. I looked after it. Now it's left for someone else. So going to the front now, you can see it's growing quite a lot, the grass. That's because when I found out I was leaving Edinburgh, I stopped cutting it. But this was a huge area which I couldn't do nothing about because of where it was. And it was on a corner where people were passing, chucking in bottles, and kids were jumping in whenever they felt like it. So this is Morden Park Gardens. There's 111. This is 116/1. That's Morden Park Green. So this is where I stayed for 17 years. A lot has changed since I moved in, but it's sad to say goodbye. Another camera up here. I don't need them anymore where I'm going, but that's my building. Neighbours upstairs. Old Crabbit man stays up there, very crabbit he was. Car park just to the left here, and next door was 118. Hard to say goodbye, so I'm going to explain to you why I'm leaving Edinburgh, but first let me show you the castle views. In the far distance there you can see Edinburgh Castle. You can see Edinburgh. That's the view from the 3rd floor of the stair. But I used to have a view looking out my window before that tree got bigger. I can see Edinburgh Castle from here. That's how close I am to Edinburgh, or the city of Edinburgh, the city centre. So this lane here is called the Pillars, and it's annoying as hell. The amount of traffic, idiots in the morning going past here, kids chucking the stones at window, it was just too much. Morrison's is just down there also, so it's like Morrison's just over here, and up there to the left was where you go to Dalkeith, so Gilmerton Crossroads, and yeah, the 3 comes this way, the 29 comes this way. So this was my stair, where I entered every single day, pushed to get out. A nice wee area, well it was a nice area, but I'll explain more on that in a second. Buzzer service, up there. I was right next to a lane, which made it difficult to do anything with the front garden. There was too many fiefs in this area. And then I would walk up these steps, a couple of steps, into my home. Knock knock for the final time. Small. The living room is massive. Very big. cupboard space. So that's my home. Small, compact, one bedroom. Someone else is going to get this now. The floors they can keep for the next person. The cooker for the next person. The blinds for the next person. Apart from the dartboard, that's coming with me. And the broadband, I need to unplug that. Yeah, for a long, long time, I called this home. So there's many questions that I want to answer, which I can't just now. But a lot has happened here since I moved in 17 years ago. I've had my bike stolen. I've had my hut, my shed broken into 3 times. Twice they stole stuff out of it. The last time I put 3 locks on it and the guy couldn't get in. So I should have done that the first time, but it is what it is. Now the problem with that is because I had CCTV, now you know thieves don't care about CCTV. I looked at the CCTV and the people that were breaking into my shed stayed in this area. Yep, I was living among thieves and I couldn't keep my gob shut. I found it really, really hard to not approach the people who might be involved. So for years and years I let it slide. 109, 107 I think, 107, 109 Modern Park Gardens, trouble blocks with antisocial behaviour. There was a lassie stabbed outside my property. That was from the blocks. Car theft as well, because we had an area where cars could come in and then they could run. That was another reason. And I was sick of police coming to the door as well, asking for CCTV. One time they even seized my box because it was related to a attempted murder. So they seized the box because I refused to give them it because I couldn't be arsed. They wouldn't tell me any information, so they seized it. So yeah, I was sick and tired of dealing with situations that didn't involve me. My CCTV was there for my benefit, not theirs. However, I was happy to assist when necessary. But all the people in this area were causing issues for the rest of the neighbourhood, including 118 next door. Drug dealing for one, selling to kids, bike theft. The people who stole my bike, yeah, next door. The guy that was involved, I won't say his name, I want to, but I'm not going to say his name. I've been told not to. So yeah, that's one of the reasons why I've kept that in for so long. He didn't steal my bike, it was his friends that stole the bike. He told them what to do, where to go. He gave them the bolt cutters as well, because that's on CCTV. And yeah, I got the bike back only because I knew who it was. I tracked them down and they gave me it back. I had to pay for it though. And the car involved was in black Audi, and the person that got out that black Audi, which police told me was the same car, that got out the car and onto the scooter the next again day because they found it, but they weren't quick enough to get it. A guy jumped out the car, jumped on the scooter and went all the way down towards Nidgeway area. And it was the same car and the license plate that the guy got out at Morrison's, my neighbour. And I've never ever dealt with that right. I've kept that in for a long time. Couldn't tell anybody. Even to this day, I'm still going to keep the name secret. I want to, but a lot of time has passed. A lot of time has passed and people can change, so I don't want to ruin people's lives. That was a long time ago. That was COVID. That's when it all started. That's when the downhill started. That's when Kirsty moved in officially, and yeah, it was just too much for me to handle. There were a lot of people jumping over the fence, kicking balls against the fence, noise from upstairs neighbour. The landlord didn't give a shit. He put wooden floors down, didn't care. The neighbour in there just now, perfect. Absolutely perfect. But the people before that had OCD or whatever it's called, was cleaning and hoovering at 3 o'clock in the morning. And the floors were thin. We could hear everything. everything, even the washing machine, the shower, everything, the taps running. It was that bad. Now, with my sensory issue, it wasn't a fit for me. Plus, I needed an extra bedroom for my sleep apnea, so we put in for a move, and it took a long time. The housing didn't really care much. I was about to take them to court until I got this new house, a bigger house, outside Edinburgh, somewhere far away from here. And yeah, that's the reason why I'm moving, because so much has happened in this area that I can't stay here anymore. I'm glad I've got it out my system now to tell you guys. This was a lovely home 17 years ago when I moved in here. This was lovely, but it changed. It went from Dudeen and Canmore to Wheatley Homes. They cut down services. We paid for a service fee for cutting the grass, and they came whenever they want. Sometimes bushes would go overgrown. The neighbourhood just looked shit. Plus, we're right next to the pillars where everything happened. Now, my CCTV covers every single area of the pillars, including the car park outside, including across the road, because it's a wide angle view. And I never used it for petty things, but when my bike got stolen, I was constantly watching it, every noise, and it wasn't fair, it wasn't right. The anxiety levels, even installing an alarm in my garden, if anybody steps foot in my garden, it would go off. Because when my bike got stolen, Kirsty woke me up from a dead sleep. I just had the bike 2 weeks, a PCX 125, a white one. Had it for 2 weeks, I locked it up, and they found a way to take it. And the people involved in that were friends with the people next door, or the one guy next door who's not there anymore. Well, he is there, it's his house, but I believe he's had a kid now, so I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt that he's changed. I could expose them all, but what benefit would I get from that, apart from, you know what I mean, I could get threatening emails and shit, but I'm not interested. I'm not interested whatsoever. I've had enough. We're moving for the better, so we're moving. No clickbait, I'm leaving Edinburgh. What does this mean for the channel? Nothing. I'm staying in a place just outside Edinburgh. I'm not going to tell you that, unfortunately. But I'm staying in a place just outside Edinburgh, and I'll travel in, do my videos, and do beyond as well. I'm going to continue what I'm doing, and it's for the better. Me and Kirsty have got a bigger home, 2-bedroom. We've got a private garden, a private driveway, a new build area, brand new houses, 400,000 pound houses in that area. It's nice and quiet, perfect for my disabilities, autism, ADHD, noise, all that stuff. It's perfect. A couple of adjustments I need to make, but apart from that, it's going to be fantastic. Before I show you the views of Edinburgh Castle again, because I'm leaving a £1 million view, basically. That window there can see Edinburgh Castle. At New Year, me and Kirsty used to stand outside and watch the fireworks every year. But the past couple of years, last year I went to the fireworks up the castle with Assembly. Thank you again for giving me the tickets. And this year I'm going up the castle again, because it was incredible. The atmosphere was amazing. But for many years, we used to sit here, have a glass of wine, a beer for me, and we opened this door and watched the fireworks. But there was another area at the top which we could see Edinburgh Castle. So I'm going to show you that. But before then, yeah, I'm going to miss this place. It's time to say goodbye and start a new life. Now you know why I was so stressed. I was lashing out, and I do apologise for that. I had a lot on my plate, plus what happened in Tenerife, which I'll go into more detail in another video. But it's been stressful. The stress has been horrendous. I took 3 weeks off work to deal with this move. 7 van loads. I hired a van. We got a company in, which they damaged some of my property. We'll get to them very soon. But everything's gone apart from the dartboard. I forgot all about that. I need to take that away. Or I can just buy a new one. Should I buy a new one? Maybe I should. Should buy a proper one this time. Maybe I should. Because that's old, but it still works. It would do the now, to be fair. Yeah, what more can I say? Any questions, put them in the comments. So I'm going to say goodbye for the final time, and I want you guys to share this moment. I also want you to remember when this video comes out, I'm not here anymore. So if anyone comes to this property, it's going to be a new tenant. So please do not come to this property. I am not here anymore. I'm sharing with you where I stayed and why I'm leaving. Why I'm leaving Edinburgh. I'm quitting Edinburgh. No clickbait here. There's a story to be told, and it's time to say goodbye. For the last time.
Somebody said you could go a new friend.
Yeah.
Does she love you better than I can? And there's a big black sky over my town. I know where you're at, I bet she's around. And yeah, I know it's stupid, but I just gotta see it for myself. I'm in the corner, watching you kiss her. Oh, oh, oh. And I'm right over here, well, why can't you see me? Oh, oh, oh.